join you from Amethi, the Congress headquarters, not as vibrant in terms of energy as the Rai Bareli office earlier on. I have with me Rajdeep Sardesai. We are also joined by Ashutosh as well as Rajat Sethi, both political analysts. Rajdeep, I want to bring you in because there's so much banter, especially on social media. Otherwise also, we've been speaking to people here. Was it, the Congress says, was a master stroke that Rahul Gandhi fought from Rai Bareli, not Amethi. But having said that, when you speak to the people here, a fair amount of dejection. How do you read it politically?
Look, I think I don't see it as a master stroke, because what it's effectively done, Preeti, is de facto at least, and meant that Amethi also is now extremely vulnerable. You've lost it in 2019 and the Gandhis have pulled out and put on someone, a personal assistant of the Gandhis, who's well known in these areas but is clearly not Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, and thereby does make it slightly easier for Smriti Irani, particularly because it's been announced so late. So I think in terms of just the optics as well as strategy, it doesn't seem to me to be working in terms of recovering Amethi. But I can understand where the Congress is coming from, because I've felt that purely looking at it as from the Congress party's larger national perspective, if this becomes Rahul Gandhi versus Smriti Irani round 3, the only beneficiary is Smriti Irani. Because she's then punching above her weight. She claims she's the...
But why is she punching above her weight? You know, I fail to understand that.
She's taking on the Congress leader.
She's already defeated him, so she's already proven her weight.
Well, look, Rahul Gandhi, like it or not, is the mascot of the Congress party. Smriti Irani is a minister in Narendra Modi's government. But fighting against Rahul Gandhi gave Smriti Irani a profile that she would have never got. So had she now been again taking on Rahul Gandhi, more attention would have been on Amethi. She's here on the ground. She's running a very aggressive campaign, while Rahul Gandhi would have had to divide his time between Amethi and traveling across the country. Because this is no longer a bastion in that sense of the Gandhi family. You can't just land in Amethi and win the election. That's what 2019 proved. And I think therefore the Congress decided, rather than risk another fight with Smriti Irani with no clarity on whether you can win it, let's just move to Rai Bareli, where we have a much better chance. And then Rahul Gandhi focuses across the country. Now, you could call it defeatist. I don't think that's defeatist as much as strategic.
Escapist for sure.
It is escapist. I think that's a good word. I think you've escaped from taking on Smriti Irani, possibly in an atmosphere where you could have made a comeback. Instead, you've chosen the safer option. But we'll have to see whether the Congress is, once again, as I said at the outset, conceding yet another bastion in Uttar Pradesh. That's only effectively what's the message, Preeti, that there's only Rai Bareli left. That out of the entire Uttar Pradesh, this is the only seat now where you feel reasonably confident of winning, which was not the case 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you would have added Amethi to the lot. I think the BJP...
10 years ago, you could have added a few to the lot. 2009 election
2014.
was...
I'm saying 2014, I still recall Amit Shah telling me, Amethi mein bhi hum unko harane ki koshish karenge. Until then, the opposition, the non-Congress parties would not take on the Gandhis in Amethi. They did it in 2014. Smriti Irani lost round 1. But she stuck on. I think the biggest difference is Rahul Gandhi did not stick on in Amethi after the loss. So in that sense, perhaps you could argue they've abandoned Amethi. And that will be seen as the criticism. The strength, of course, is they haven't played into the BJP's hands. The BJP wanted this.
Many would say, you know, I'm going to cut across. I'm going to ask you one quick question and I'll cut across to the political analyst. But, you know, there's the other way of looking at it. They've completely played into the BJP's hands by not fielding somebody, especially nobody's saying Rahul Gandhi. What about Priyanka Gandhi? You have Amethi here. Why not Priyanka Gandhi? She's one of your most effective campaigners. And let me ask you a question, which I'm sure you must have been asked 20 times today. You can't just keep giving speeches. You need to test yourself electorally.
I think that's the real question. Let's be fair to Rahul Gandhi. He's fighting Wayanad and he's also going to fight Rai Bareli. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is not contesting the election, even though she seems to be at the moment the most effective Congress campaigner. Had she fought the election, in my view, she had a very good chance of winning Amethi. And even though I say this, even though she was General Secretary in charge of UP and they didn't perform well, even lost in Amethi their deposits, but I still believe Priyanka Gandhi Vadra had much less to lose in taking on Smriti Irani here. And then and then Rahul Gandhi, and then spreading herself, if possible, to campaign across the country.
Face of Uttar Pradesh.
And because she chose not to do so, I think the original Congress plan was to switch. Get Rahul Gandhi to Raebareli, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra to Amethi, more than willing to take on a Smriti Irani, and then perhaps hope to win both seats and take that momentum to the rest of Uttar Pradesh. Because she refused, for whatever reason, and we'll have to find what exactly.
We find ourselves with the KL Sharma, who's right behind us.
Kishan Lal Sharma
Right.
is there, and we'll go and meet him, because
All
I
right.
remember him from 1999 with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra managing Sonia Gandhi's
Right, okay.
campaign.